video, I'll be teaching you how to close sales. If you're a small business owner and occasionally you get to interview customers or get to talk to customers and you don't really know how to close that sale, I think this video is very important because I'll be explaining a simple step-by-step process that I even use to close sales, and I think it will be very helpful to you. But before we proceed with this video, if it is your first time coming to my channel, please use the subscribe button, hit that button right now, just the like button, and I would love to know your thoughts concerning this video and my channel using the comment section. Now, if you've done that, I think we can proceed with what I have for you right now. So closing sales is not as complex or as difficult as people make it to look like. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the first thing you need to understand when closing sales is that everybody cannot be your target audience. Like, everybody cannot buy from you. That's the point. It's just like selling a $350,000 Ferrari to somebody whose annual income is below $50,000. That's not possible. So the first thing you need to understand is, am I talking to my target audience? If that person is not your target audience, there is no strategy you would apply, there is no magic, there is no voodoo. It won't work. You'll be able to sell. So now let's just assume that you are with your target audience. Let's assume you are with your target audience, someone who is capable of buying from you. What you want to do is to know what your target audience is thinking, is to know what that potential client or customer is thinking, because the information you have is what you would use to your advantage. Now, selling is the same thing as negotiation. You are basically trying to negotiate your way into somebody's mind to convince them to buy from you. That is pure negotiation. Now, the only way you can win a negotiation, or the only way you can stand a chance to win a negotiation, is when you have more information than the person you are negotiating with. When you have information they think you don't have. Now, when selling, you need to get information from your prospects. Like, you need to know what they are thinking. You need to know all their pain points. You need to know all their desires, all their expectations concerning what you are about to sell. Now, the only way to do this is by asking questions or asking a question. Now, I'm going to use my own experience as an example so you understand what I'm saying. Now, recently I did a training with a friend. We both did a training teaching people how to use their smartphones or laptop as a designer. Now, before the training, people were registering. It wasn't free, it was a paid training. People were registering and I had to be the one closing the sales. People saw our adverts, then they come to my DM on WhatsApp and I'll talk to them, convince them to register for the training. Now, here is what I did. Here is the simple thing I did. Whenever somebody comes to my DM, I don't just tell them that, okay, this training is so amount and I leave it there. No, I don't even talk about price. I don't even talk about pricing. The first thing I ask is, what device do you want to use for this training? Your smartphone or your laptop? Now, that is a question that concerns them, that concerns their well-being, their situation, about what I'm about to sell. Do you get it? So when I ask that question, they open up and say, okay, I'm using my smartphone or my laptop. And I ask them, what are your expectations in the training? What do you think you want to learn? What do you think you would want to achieve after you must have gone through this training? When I ask that question, they already know I care about them, and then they start opening up, they start asking me more questions, or they start telling me what they want in the training. Now, as soon as I know what they want in the training, it is that information that I would use to build my offer immediately. You see, that is how it works. Once you ask them question, question opens the mind. That's what question does. It opens the mind. And once you are able to ask that question, and they are able to open themselves, and by telling you what they want about your product, or they begin to ask you more questions, you basically know what they are thinking at that point. And that is what you would use to your advantage. It is that simple. It doesn't get any simpler. Don't let anybody confuse you. As long as you're talking to your target audience and you know what they are thinking, you know what they are expecting concerning your product, you know their pain points, you know what they want, that is what you would use, to sell to them. Now, let me give you another scenario, another example. Imagine you are selling a cream, a face cream that removes pimples from or acne from the face, and then somebody comes into your DM. Instead of telling them that this product is 5,000 naira, buy it or leave it, you are supposed to ask them that, okay, how long have you had this acne, or how fast do you want this acne to leave your face, or what are the side effects you think you might experience, or have you ever used this product? Questions like that are things that would make them to start opening up and tell you what their expectations are, and that is what you would use to build your offer and convince them and hopefully close that sale. Now, this is a simple process you can use. Don't let anybody make it difficult for you, and I would like you to go and try it. If you're closing a sale next time, ask intelligent questions, logical questions that will make you find out what's in your prospect's head, and that's what you can use to your advantage. It's that simple.